Hello everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a cover page for your Amazon KDP coloring books. And here is an example of one that I recently uploaded. So we do have the front cover page. These are the interior pages, and then we've also got the back page as well. So I'm going to take you through the steps of exactly how you can do the same. Let's jump on it. So I'm currently on Amazon at the moment in the progress of uploading a colouring book, and for the cover page the platform does require one separate file that includes the cover page, back page and spine all in one. And as you can see here, for the cover page we do have two options. So we can use the cover creator to make your book. This is an Amazon feature, or we can upload a cover you already have. I personally do prefer this one here. I just feel like you've got like a little bit more flexibility, but I'll show you how this one works anyway, just in case this is better for you. So I'll click on Launch Cover Creator, and then you are going to come through to this page here. I have already uploaded an image just to kind of give you an idea of how it works, but you can choose your design. So for this I would probably go with this one here. It just kind of visually makes the most sense. And then you can make any kind of edit, so you can add in text in this section, you can change any kind of wording down the spine as well. But for this video I'm going to show you how you can actually customize your own one. So we're just going to go back to this page here, and when we are uploading our cover we just want to make sure that we are using the right sizing for it. So how we can do that is by opening up this calculator here. You can also Google Amazon KDP calculator, and I'll leave the link down below for you too. But it's going to come through to this page and we're just going to fill out the information. So for the binding type of a coloring book we're going to go paperback. We're also going to change this one to black and white, white paper, and we're going to read left to right. And for the sizes, I personally like to use 8.5 by 11 inches. You can use whichever size you like, just make sure that you choose the right one. And then we are going to put in our page count as well. So I'll just use 100 here. You can use how many ever pages you're deciding on creating. And we're just going to select calculate dimensions. Now what this is going to do is it's going to give us the full information of what we need. Down in this left hand side we can click on download template, and it's actually going to provide us this so that we can use it in Canva. So we are going to go over to Canva, and the sizes that we are going to be using is this one under full cover, so 17.475 inches by 11.25 inches, and we are just going to open this one up and go create new design. Now on the left hand side we're going to use the uploads tab, and we're just going to upload that file that we've just downloaded just by using this PNG one here. And all we're doing is placing the template in the corner, and then we're going to extend it out so it does fit the page nicely. Now it does give you some important information here on the left hand side. So it says the black solid line is the trim size, so this is where your book will be cut to produce the final trim size. The blue dashed line in the middle is the spine fold, so fold placement may vary slightly. The white area is the live area, so you can position your logos, tags and essential items in this area. And then the red area is out of live bleed, so your background artwork must fill the red area. Do not place logos, tags or essential images in the red area. If your artwork does not meet these requirements, it may be rejected, so super important. And then we do have this barcode placeholder down the bottom as well. So once you produce your book, Amazon will automatically provide a barcode for you. So this is just a great guideline to use. I'm going to explain how we can actually use it. So we've got the left side here. This is going to be the back of our book, and then the right side is going to be the front cover. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using our lines just to kind of mark it into place. You can also use this transparency if you want to just kind of make it a little bit more see-through, and then you can design that way. I personally like to use a line, so we're just going to kind of line everything up. And if you need the line settings, you just go up to File, Settings, and you can show rulers and guides. I love the guides. I always use them. Yeah, I'm a fan. So we're going to go like this. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'm going to duplicate this page and then I'm going to delete it. So I've still got a cover up here as well if I need it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the back page. So I'm just going to change the background color. You can obviously do this whatever color you like. I love pink, so we're going to go pink. So the first thing we're going to do is add in some grids, and this is so we can add in some examples of the interior pages of our coloring book. So we just typed in grid here, and we are going to be creating 4 of these, so I'll just size them up nicely. Perfect, and then we'll just duplicate and duplicate again. Awesome, and then we're just going to put these in the center. If you're not too sure if it's in the center of the back of the book, we can create a rectangle, and what we'll do is we'll just line it up with these lines. We'll place it at the back, highlight everything and click center and middle, and then you can see that that has been centered, so that's great. The next thing we're going to do is add in some text. So let's say, let's take a glimpse inside, and I'm just going to change this font to, we are going to be using Moonlight, so we'll use this one here for kids and adults. I'll make this a bit smaller. We'll also add in coloring book. Awesome. There is also going to be the barcode here, so you can just place this wherever you like. Just make sure you don't put it in the barcode spot, which if you need you can reference it up the top here. Now I'm just going to put some effects on this as well, just to kind of give it some character. So we'll move this one up. And now what we can do is add in some photos. So I'm just going to upload some other coloring pages that I have already completed. So we'll just put all of these in here. And then you can just choose your favorite ones that you want to add. So we've got a cactus, I'll put that one there. We've got a cowgirl, she's quite cute. And then we've also got some boots. Oh, I quite like that wanted one. Let's actually do that one. Perfect. So that is the back of our book completed. For the front cover, I am going to be using Artistly, which is the AI generator tool that I use to create these coloring book pages. And now there are 2 different ways we can create our cover page. The first one is by using a coloring page that you've already designed that you want to color in and use on the front cover. So how we can do that is by using this AI design assistance tool. And we are just going to select the human stylizer, and we'll just select an image. So I really like this one here. And what we're going to do is use a prompt. So we're going to say, please use this image as the front page of a coloring book. Please color in the image with pretty colors. Please add in the title, Cowgirl Coloring Book, and I've just got my text within these quote marks here and making sure that we've spelt this correctly as well. And I'm just going to select Stylize Image. Now this one can take a few minutes to load, so I'm going to show you the other way as well. I have already prepared some, but I'll take you through the process of how to do that. So what we're going to do is go onto the AI Art Illustrator button up the top here. And you can choose any style you like. The one that I'm going to be using is this picture book style version 2. And I'm just going to write in the prompt, please create the front page of a coloring book. Please use bright, vibrant colors. Please make the theme cowgirl style. Please add the title, Cowgirl Coloring Book. Please add the text in the middle of the page, we just want to ensure that our text is not going to be cut off. So it doesn't always work, but we can just put it in there to try guide the AI to achieve that. And then we're just going to end it with super cute. Now for the dimensions for this, we are going to be using 3.4, which is equivalent to the 8.5 by 11 inch book that we are creating. And I've just changed it to generate 4 images at a time. Awesome, so you can see this is our coloring book, how that one turned out. I think that is actually pretty cute. So we're just going to download this one just by hovering over it. And I actually really like this one, how it turned out. So I'm going to be using this one here as well. So a few things we want to check out for is the spelling. We obviously want to make sure that this is correct. I don't know what's going on here, but this one's quite cool. But we want to make sure that our text is not too high up the top. And we also want to make sure that we have the right spelling as well. Like this one has just missed coloring book altogether. And then this one here has kind of made up its own words too. So the next thing we want to do is upscale our image and change the DPI to 300. So how we can do that is by scrolling back up to the top here, and we are going to select AI bulk actions. We're going to go create new action, and we're just going to put in those images that we've just created. And then we're going to go upscale image, and then we're also going to select convert to 300 DPI as well. You can name this whatever you like. It doesn't actually matter because it doesn't actually show, so I always just put 123. And you can see that this one has started to process. So if we click on it here, we can see that it's just loading the information. We can see that this one has been upscaled and it won't take too long for it to change to 300 DPI as well. Perfect, so those are both done. So we're just going to download these. And then what we'll do is we'll jump back over to Canva again, and we can actually upload these images. So we've got our page here. So just looking at our layout, we're trying to keep the image within these lines. So using the red as the guide. So I'm going to go upload, and we're just going to upload our image. So I'm going to use this one here, and I'll upload this one as well just to see which one we like best. Okay, so we're trying to stretch it out. So this one looks like it is in the safe zone. Our text is not being cut off, which is super important. And the same would be for that one. You can see that the text is a lot lower, so that would be fine as well. So you can choose whatever image you would like to use. And then just making sure that it is within those guidelines. I personally don't like putting in a spine, like text along the spine, just because you can see that gap is really small. We can also take this template and put it over it, and then just fade it down to make sure that our image is within those guidelines. It looks like it is, which is great. And then just make sure to delete it as well. We're also going to delete this one, and our Canva page is being completed. So what you can do from here is select File, Download, and just change this one to PDF print. If you are a Canva Pro member, you can select this one. If not, this one here is fine as well. But that comes to the end of the video. So I hope that you've learned something new. If you've liked it, I would appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up. I do have a free Facebook group if you'd like to join, which I'll be linking down below. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.